Welcome, welcome. Hi, I'm Jeanette Lomboy, Portfolio Executive Creative Producer at Walt Disney Imagineering. I'm your moderator today.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michel Den Dulk, and I'm the Portfolio Executive Creative Director for Disneyland Paris.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sharita Carter, and I'm a creative executive producer. Hey! Currently for Tiana's Bayou Adventure at both Magic Kingdom and coming very soon to Disneyland.
Hello, everybody. I am Daniel Ju. I am a Portfolio Executive Creative Director and have worked for many years on the Tokyo Disney Resort.
Hello, everybody. My name is Emo, and I am a Portfolio Executive Producer, most recently for the Tokyo Disney Resort portfolio.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dustin Schofield. I'm an executive creative director. I worked on the Zootopia expansion at Shanghai Disney Resort.
Hi, everyone. I'm Roger Gould. I'm the creative director of Creative Legacy at Walt Disney Animation Studios. And you're all asking, what is Creative Legacy? Well, it's a team that I lead at Disney Animation that collaborates with Imagineering wherever our characters and stories appear throughout the world. And there's a long legacy of that. It started with Walt's earliest Imagineers, like Mark Davis, Mary Blair, the extraordinary Claude Coates. Oh, yeah. And we continue that legacy of our animation artists working directly with Imagineers to bring our stories to life in ways big and small. And why? It's because everyone at the animation studio loves the Disney parks. So when Imagineering calls and says they want to bring one of our stories to life, we get super excited. And Creative Legacy's focus is to collaborate with WDI to help make all of our park experiences feel like natural extensions of the films. The range of projects that we get involved with is extraordinary. From lands like a Belle and Beast Village and Beast Castle in Tokyo, attractions in all many extraordinary ways. And it's all about connecting the filmmakers with the Imagineers, like Michelle here with David Wormsley, production designer of the Frozen films.
In the theme parks, these are real places and spaces that we have to be able to walk into. So our guests are able to spend a lot longer in these spaces than maybe the time they spend watching a film. So they can explore areas that don't exist in the films. So oftentimes we have to create buildings that weren't necessarily a part of the film to help convey the story. For example, how do we get guests onto a boat journey to a lantern festival? Well, we created a boathouse where there was a boat builder who provided boats for the guests.
Yeah, it's really an extraordinary thing. The Snuggly Duckling, ever since Rapunzel reunited with her parents, they've been doing great business, so they needed to expand to accommodate all of you who want to eat there. And that meant, Rapunzel, she sees a blank wall and she goes for it. She has been painting up a storm. So we had to create all these new original Rapunzel designs for both the expanded Snuggly Duckling and actually this is the end of our boat builder journey.
And in Fantasy Springs, the Lookout Cookout, which is where the Lost Kids hang out, what would it be like we needed to create a restaurant in Neverland. So we had to create an entirely different story of how the Lost Kids would pull together items that they found from shipwrecks and things that washed up to the shores of Neverland and create their own hideout where guests can now come and eat. It's not something we see in the film, but it continues the story of the Lost Kids.
And of course, the beautiful Arendelle Castle was inspired by several real-world places, including the Borgen Stave Church in Norway.
Yeah, and these stave churches are just amazing. These are wooden medieval churches. They are sometimes over 1,000 years old. But you can see the shape here really looks like the Arendelle Castle, and that's because the filmmakers were inspired by the shape of a stave church, and the center part of the castle is based on that. Our castle is based after the episodes of the two movies, so that means that Elsa's ice magic is on top of it. Now, talking about challenges, in the movie, that's all digitally animated and digitally created, and physics and material are, luckily for them, for animators, not a thing. But for us, it was very hard. The Hong Kong building department was very stringent on materials. So the ice magic you see actually there on the Hong Kong castle is built out of real glass. And you can imagine how fragile that could be because it's so thin. So we had to install it really carefully and make sure that Elsa's ice magic, stayed as one piece for centuries to last.
And the thing that I love about recording our voice actors in Mandarin and Cantonese and Japanese, all languages that I don't speak, is that emotion is universal. And we always have a local director, but it's incredible to be able to give an actor an emotional note. Can you be more surprised or angrier or happier? and hear that same emotion coming through in whatever language we're working in. It's really amazing to hear these characters come to life in every one of these different languages around the world.
And of course, we knew we couldn't have a Zootopia ride without a quick cameo from Flash. The fun of Flash is he speaks painfully slow and takes forever to finish the line. So in our ride, when Nick and Judy are stranded in a rainforest district, who do they call for backup? No other than Flash, 100-yard dash.
And we have to share this clip of our amazing Flash actor, Tenjin. The moment he starts acting, he becomes Flash and everything slows down, even as he's excitedly saying, "We can't let her get away."
So the goal for our new attraction was to make you feel even more immersive with more music and feel like you're flying over London with Peter Pan. And so to achieve that, we worked with Disney Animation to create original 3D computer animation.
Yeah, you know, Peter Pan, the 1953 classic, has some of the most appealing and charming animation ever done. And so the question was, how do we capture that hand-drawn charm in computer animation? And actually, we started to figure this out back on Soarin' Around the World when Imagineer Tom Fitzgerald asked us to create a Tinkerbell farewell. We tried to really capture Mark Davis's hand-drawn design and animation style. So now, with this project, we got to expand on that and faithfully build the whole cast in 3D. We had a crew of almost 100 people at Disney Animation working on the show, starting with modelers, customers, technical artists doing hair and cloth simulation, and of course our incredibly smart and supportive production management team. And it was just so fun to get to play with these classic characters.
Our Rapunzel finale then takes us to the Lantern Festival with Flynn and Rapunzel falling in love. So how did we set up that finale? Well, we started the design with a model to map out the whole scene with not just Rapunzel and Flynn's boat, the lanterns, but also other ships and how our ride path wanders through that scene.
Yeah, these figures are an amazing collaboration with such a wide array of disciplines. I mean, mechanical, electronic, and robotic engineers, costume designers, seamstresses, embroiderers, jewelry makers, hair designers, programmers, and animators. And here you see Charlie Watanabe sharing acting suggestions with myself and our Creative Legacy supervising animator Daryl Johnson, who animated on the movie Tangle and was super excited to animate this scene. Just as we shared digital models, the audio animatronic performance now starts with animation on the computer. These computer models exactly match the mechanical consideration and limits of the actual figures. As you'll see here, once we've completed the virtual animation, that data is transferred to the audio animatronics.
今夜は星空の下霧が晴れたようにやっと見つけた私のいる場所
Now, as we began translating our hand-drawn characters into dimensional figures, we were fortunate to have the three amazing lead animators from the film still at work. Lewis animator Eric Goldberg, Tiana animator and soon-to-be legend Mark Henn, and Devine animator Randy Haycock. So like on Peter Pan, we sought to create the canonical 3D models of these wonderful characters. And it was really a joy for everyone as Eric, Mark, and Randy worked closely with our modelers.
And it was so gratifying to apply all those learnings from Frozen and Rapunzel. And we had some unique challenges with Mama Odie, who is a very unique character. And as you can see, she really just jumps out of the screen and comes to life. And isn't her face gorgeous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
She is amazing. You know, we talk a lot about collaboration, but I really want to point out that collaboration is not a lot of people working on a project. It's a lot of people working together, bringing their unique and special talents and experience to create something magical that none of us could do alone.